Hello, welcome to our math lesson. We are working on module 8, lesson 6, almost to the end of this module, and we were interpreting fraction multiplication as scaling. This was kind of a weird lesson, wasn't it? So let's look at this page. As you may remember, we are basically just talking about how the numbers compare depending on what we're multiplying. So if we have an elephant skeleton has about 345 bones, at birth, a human skeleton has about 3/5 times 345 bones. So if you remember what we've talked about, 3/5 of 345 bones. So which one has more bones, an elephant or a human? So if we're comparing here and looking at if it's 3/5 of 345, would that be more or less? It would be less. So an elephant has more bones. An elephant has more. And our explanation, because human bones have 3/5 of the elephant bones, then they're going to have less. 3/5 of that whole number is going to be a smaller number. And if you remember in class, we talked 3/5, that fraction is less than 1. So then our answer would be the human bones are less than the elephant bones. Okay, so use a number line to help you answer the question. So I'm just going to be thinking of a number line. Where is the product 5/12 times 11/12 located on the number line in relation to that 11/12? So if I think about where 11/12 is, 5/12 of 11/12, if I'm on a number line, it's going to be to the left. 5/12 is to the left on the number line. It's to the left of 11/12. And why is that? So I'm at 11/12. If I have 5/12 of 11/12, I have less. So on a number line, it would be to the left. Where is the product 12/12 of 11/12 located on the number line in relation to 11/12? Oh, 12/12. What does 12/12 equal? It equals 1. So where is that going to be located? Where would that product be in relation to 11/12? It is at 11/12, right? Because any number times 1, your product is going to be that other number. So 12/12 equals 1. 12/12 of 11/12 means we're going to be at 11/12. Okay. The length of Florida's 7-mile bridge is rescaled as modeled by the expressions shown below, 3, 4, and 5. We're using shorter, longer, or the same to describe how the length of the rescaled bridge compares to the actual length. So here's our actual length. If we have 27/20 of that length, 27/20 is greater than 1. So that means compared to that 35,720, 27/20 of it is going to be more or longer because of that 27/20 being more than 1. What if we have 9/20 of that original length? If I have 9/20 of it, that's less than 1. So this is going to be shorter. And if I have 20/20, of course, it's going to be the same length. All right, that's it there. A Stegosaurus dinosaur is about 15/12 as tall as the Ankylosaurus. A Stogosaurus dinosaur is about 8/12 as tall as the Ankylosaurus. The Ankylosaurus is about 11 feet tall. Which dinosaur is the tallest, the shortest? Explain. So I'm just going to list it out. The Stegosaurus is 15/12 as tall as the Ankylosaurus, which is 11 feet. The Stogosaurus is 8/12 as tall as the Ankylosaurus, which is 11 feet tall. And the Ankylosaurus is 11 feet tall. So falling a little bit, sorry. So here is the Stegosaurus taller or shorter or the same size as the Ankylosaurus? He's taller. The Stogosaurus, because of that 8/12, is shorter. And the Ankylosaurus then is going to be the same. So we are going with Stogosaurus is the shortest because he is 8/12 of that 11. Then Ankylosaurus would be next because that's almost like 11 times 1. It's the same. And the Stegosaurus is 15/12 of 11. 15/12 is greater than 1, so he's going to be taller than the Ankylosaurus. All right. Here's our test prep. Let's see what this looks like. In 2016, the number of tigers in the wild was about 16/13 of the number of tigers in the wild in 2010. Which statement is true? So if I think about it, 2016, we have 16/13 of the number of tigers that were there in 2020. So did the number of wild tigers decrease from 2010 to 2016? 16/13 is greater than 1. So I don't think they decreased. The number of wild tigers in 2016 was the same. 16/13 is not 1, not going to be the same. The number of wild tigers decreased from 2010 to 2016. Did they decrease from 2010 to 2016? Oh, I'm sorry, increased from 2010 to 2016. That would be our true statement. Sorry, I read it wrong and then my brain didn't want to accept it. Or the population comparison between the 2 years cannot be made. We can make the comparison because 16/13 is greater than 1. We know there was an increase from 2010 to 2016. All right. Equal to, greater than, or less than. The product 11/8 times 8/9 is what? 11/8. So here's my 11/8 times 8/9 is, this one's a little tricky because they're starting us off with this lead fraction. Look at that 8/9. That is less than, that product would be less than because of that 8/9 is less than 1. All of the fractions that will result in a product that is less than 1,254. So that means my fraction has to be less than 1 to be less than 1,254. So that would be A, 17/18 is less than 1. 18/17 is greater. 16/16 is 1. 16/17 is less. 17/17 is 1. So only A and D. Estimate the difference. 9 7/10 is about how much? I'm going to say about 9.5 minus 3 1/5 is about 3. Our estimate would be about 6.5. Write the expression using common denominators. I have 5 and I have 10. I have 10 is a multiple of 5, so I'm going to adjust and have 2 4/10 plus 3 2/10. And that would be an expression rewritten with common denominators. Well, that was a quick lesson today, a quick review of what we did. I think in class we thought it was a lot trickier than it really was, but as you can see, if you just remember what fraction am I working with? Is it less than 1? Then I'm going to have less or shorter or whatever my term might be. If it is 1, it's going to stay the same. And if it's a fraction greater than 1, it's going to be more or longer or greater. So that's what you need to remember from this lesson. If you have any questions, bring them back to class next time we meet, and I will see you later.